All right. Hey, good evening. It's Friday, and tonight's update. My buddy Duke is here with us. We've also started calling him Zoom because he likes to appear on all my Zoom calls and things. So, and a few of these updates from time to time. Buddy, the dog, is upstairs sleeping, I do believe. So, hey, I want to touch base, obviously, on tonight's update with some things going on. If you're wondering about what I think about this, that, or the other thing, I invite you to go back through this Facebook page and check out my past updates. And with regards to what's been going on the last couple of days, I have if you scroll down a little bit, you will find my statement and a Wednesday video of my thoughts. So you can look there. I want to talk about some things that are happening here of late with regards to COVID. Today, our incoming appropriations chair, Representative Thomas Albert, put out a statement, and it's a pretty good one. Well, let me read it and then I'll explain it. This is out of the Detroit News. I'm reading this article from the Detroit News. Incoming chairman for the House Appropriations Committee said the governor must move toward loosening restrictions on Michigan's economy before the legislature can have meaningful conversations about the next steps in allocating federal COVID relief funds. As the 101st legislature prepares to convene next week, I'm counting on the governor to be a full partner with lawmakers as mandated by our Constitution, said Albert, a Republican from Lowell. I fully intend to employ the checks and balances required in our system of government. We will not simply hand over billions of taxpayer dollars to extend the current way of governing. As I understand it, the governor has pretty much said, well, it's all political. Well, welcome to it, Governor. You've been dishing it out for almost a year now. So I think this is a good idea and a great way to move forward. Now, I said I'd explain it. A thought is that last year when COVID hit, it was in the middle of things. If you remember, the budget was in the air. We didn't know what was happening. We appropriated $150 million so that the governor could do what she needed to do. And then we were there and we were reacting. Well, and a lot of people are saying, why are you letting the governor do this? Because she had the 45 law, and now she's using an old law from 1812 or whatever the heck it was, 1815, 100-plus-year-old law with regard to the Department of Health and Human Services. And the governor, if you haven't noticed, has wanted unilateral control during the pandemic. Now, last I heard, this was a republic, and we have a representative republic, and we have three branches of government: judicial, executive, and legislative. And the governor has pretty much tried to block out the legislative. And I'll be honest, she's done a fairly good job maneuvering the laws, staying barely legal, and in some cases not. So how do we fight to get our voice back? Well, one of our jobs is the appropriation of funds. So one of the things you do is, if your kid isn't behaving right or isn't doing what you want, you withhold their allowance. Now, the governor will probably squawk that, oh, we're trying to hold back funds from this or that. No. We're trying to get the governor to play like she's supposed to. Three branches of government, co-equal. Talk to us. Let us have our conversation here, because we do represent the people too. There's 110 of us in the House and 38 in the Senate. We represent the people of Michigan too. So that is why I applaud Chairman Albert. And it's a good way to say, Governor, you got to talk to us. So we will see how this all plays out. We'll see if the governor tries to continue unilaterally. But I want you to know that if there is some push and pull on where that, and by the way, that federal money that's coming in is like $3.5 billion. So do you think it's a good idea to just say, oh, Governor Whitmer, here's $3.5 billion. You go do with it as you see fit? The legislature has a role, and we are going to enforce that role, whether the governor likes it or not. So I want you to be advised that this is a dust-up that is coming in a few days. Our first official day of session is next Wednesday. And then, of course, budget talks will begin. And I think Chairman Albert has pretty much said, Governor, talk to us. We control the purse strings, and this is a whole new purse. So let's talk. And I think it's a great idea. One of the things, of course, he said too is, and I should have said this, is that she's been holding our economy down by keeping businesses closed. I was watching I read a post from an acquaintance of mine, a friend, that owned a dance studio. It was a small dance studio. You might think, it was a small dance studio, who cares? To her, it was important. And she's basically done. Why? Because she's been shut down for a year. And you can't schedule classes, right? And if you do, they got to be 6 feet away, or do you go to somebody's home? Well, then the neighbor rats you out because there's 3 cars in the driveway and there's only supposed to be 1. So the governor, in her insight to protect us all, has decided to really put the clamps on our economy. And we're trying to get that restarted to the best of our ability. And that's another reason why she needs to talk to us. Restaurants and bars, one of the hardest hit industries is hospitality and service. And guess what most of my district is made up of? Restaurants, bars, hospitality. And so my district is being hard hit, and I have to represent, right? And that's why next Saturday, if you remember, the lockdown on bars and restaurants is supposed to end on Friday of next week. That's why we are designating Saturday the 16th as Dine-In Day. Go to your favorite restaurant. Go to 2 of your favorite. Go to 3. Have breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Saturday at your favorite restaurants. Go. Dine in. Plan on it. And the governor better not lock them down or extend. Our restaurants have been closed now for what? 2 months? Not to mention the whole time they were closed before. I can go on and on. I'm not gonna. 2 things that I really want to highlight in tonight's note is Governor Whitmer, it's time to talk. And Chairman Albert has got a great idea. Tell you what, we're holding the purse strings, and if you aren't talking to us, that's going to be a problem. And you've got to stop killing our economy. You know, you talk about stimulus packages. The best stimulus is to let a person go to work. The best stimulus is to let that person go to a work at a business that you're allowed to be open. Restrictions, of course, people. We're not talking about running around, licking doorknobs. We're talking about being smart and sensible like we have in a lot of other businesses that are open. Why can this business be open, but this one can't? Why? So, Representative Albert, I salute you. Next Saturday is Dine-In Day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. Tip big. Plan on it, because they're going to be open. Unless the governor tries to say no. I don't know. But plan on next Saturday, not tomorrow Saturday, the 16th, is Dine-In Day, and let's do it. All right? We're going to help our struggling restaurants and bars, and we are going to get the governor to talk to us, because she is not ruling by fiat. We control the purse strings, so you got to come talk to us, ma'am. All right? A lot going on in this world. We need to talk to each other. We need to not just argue, and while our opponent is talking, be thinking of how we're going to give our next argument. You listen, you respond, you give your argument, they respond. We need to keep doing that. We need to move forward. We need to change. We got to stop this. We've got to talk. Madam Governor, we've got to talk. All right? Have a great weekend. 16th is Dine-In Day. Let's do it. All right? I'll keep praying for you. I hope I'm in your prayers too. Good night.